Hello everyone, welcome back. So guys, in our previous session we have discussed about how we can deal with the null values in Power Query Editor. In our today's session, if we want to combine files which has similar kind of data into one single file, how to do that, we will be discussing about it in this video. So for that, first of all, let's go for that kind of data. If I open my folders, and if I go back over here, I have a folder actually which contains data over here which has transactions of 1997, also has a transaction of 1998. If we open this file, transaction of 1997, transaction date, stock date, production ID, customer ID, store ID and quantity. Similarly, if I go back and open transactions of 1998, and if I open it again, I have the same thing: transaction date, stock date, product ID, customer ID, store ID, quantity. That means both of these files have similar kind of data, which generally happens in many of the companies. So if you have data of sales of different months, they prefer it putting in different folders, but when you're analyzing it, you do not have to analyze them one by one, you can analyze them at one time. That's what we are going to do over here today, because we have data in both 1998 and 1997. They both have similar kind of columns, only there is a difference of date, because obviously this data is from 1998 and the previous data was from 1997. So one is from 1997, the other one is from 1998. Okay, let's close both of these files. I do not want to save any changes over here, and I'll close this file as well. Let's come back over here. Okay, we have 1997 and we also have 1998 over here. I'll just copy these files, create a new folder here, sales, and I'll also transfer them to a new folder so that the process will be simpler for you all to understand that how we can combine files in Excel. So let's come back to Excel, open a new blank workbook. Let's go to get data and you can choose a folder over here again. Okay, so from folder, and in Excel datasets, in the Maven market we have sales. Let's click on open. So we have both our files over here. Now here at the bottom we have combine option, combine and transform. We do not have to combine and load, but we need to combine and then we will be performing the transformations. So combine and transform. Let's click on combine and transform. So here we have skip files with errors option is also there. Everything is comma separated based on first to 100 rows. Okay, this is our first file, and here Maven market transaction 1998 is our second file. Okay, let's click on OK. Okay, as soon as we click on OK, we have a source name over here. So let's remove the source name. We do not need a source name. Okay, before removing the source name, I'll also change the type of the columns, because I want to change the type of the columns according to my choice. Now I'll remove the source name. We have the transaction date, and if I load this and load more of it, you can see we have data of both 1997 and 1998. Okay, it does not mean we have a duplicate data. We have data from both 1997 and 1998. Now we can analyze them together, and let's say in future if we plan to add another file also to this folder, it will automatically get added to this data. So suppose if we have the transactions of 1999 as well, if we add it to the folder directly, we do not have to perform any of these steps. It will automatically be added because Excel is recording each step that we are doing. Now we have transaction date. If I convert it to a date format directly like this, okay, if I convert it to date format directly like this, I know there is an error in this. Why there is an error in this? Let's load more and check. You can see there is a date format error that we couldn't convert it. This can happen. When can this happen? Let's understand that too. See, this happens when you have date in different from different locality. In India, the date pattern is day, month and year, and according to US, it's month, day and then year. This data is created in the format of US standards, and that's why if I scroll down, so suppose if I convert it to date also, let's go back and convert it to date from here. Okay, if I convert it to date and if I scroll down, okay, I'll be scrolling down a lot. So let's just wait for a few seconds for me to scroll down. Okay, and we are close now. I'm still scrolling. And after 12th, okay, after 12th, the next date should be 13th, right? 01/13/1997, right? But according to Indian standards, the format should be what? It should be first date, then month, then year. According to us, 13 month does not exist. That's why there is an error. But why Power Query Editor is not showing it? Because at the bottom you can see it says column profiling based on top 1000 rows. So if there is no error in the top 1000 rows, that means it won't detect it. But still, I knew there was an error. In your case, if you don't know and such date error occurs, that is because the error is in row number 2000, 3000, or any number that is more than 1000. Okay, in that case, what we need to do? How do we change the data type of date? Okay, in that case, all you need to do is when it is in ABC format, make sure that it should be in ABC format. Right click over it, click on change type using locale. Okay, using locale, it will give you the option for date, but the locale should not be India, it should be English United States. So we will be choosing United States. As of now, you can see in Indian format it's day, month, then year. If I choose United States, it would show me month, then day, and then year. And if I click on OK, it would now change the data. If I click on this drop down and load more as well, it will load all the data for me. Okay, whether the date is 12, 13, 14, 24 or any, it will do it for all of them. And similar thing you can do with the stock date. So whenever you have a data which has been created with US standards, in that case you will have to do this. I hope after this session it is clear that how we can combine files once it is combined and once everything is being sorted. Suppose if we have changed the data for here as well, we can load it back to Power Query, load it back to Excel, and if you want to create dashboard out of it, do whatever you want to do, you can do it. The best part about combining files is that you can combine the files and analyze it all together instead of analyzing different data at the same time. And even if a new file will be added to that folder, the one which we created for transactions, this one, if a new file, Maven Market transaction 1999 will be added to it, the similar things, the similar operations will be applied to it automatically. You do not have to do anything. You just have to add the data and refresh your Excel, and it will automatically add that data for you. I hope after this session it is clear that how we can combine files using Excel once you are done with this. Suppose once you are done with the stock and all, stock date and everything as well, you can just click on close and load, and it will load your data to Excel. So guys, this was combining files in Excel. In our next session, we will be discussing about how we can model our data in Excel. For data modeling, we will come back to the same data set that we have been working before on pizza sales analysis. Last time we left it to load to data model. In our next session, we will be discussing about how we can model that data and what is the importance of data modeling. The next complete module will be based on data modeling. So stay connected guys, and I'll see you in the next session.